Galloway's Eye Protection and Talking Watches with Cobolt Systems Ltd.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. This afternoon, we've got Karl from Cobolt joining us to talk about various different overshields and different kinds of glasses to wear to help with eye protection. I also understand that you're going to quick talk on talking watches and a clamshell phone. Is that right?
Yes.
Fabulous. Over to you then.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you or meet you. My name's Karl. I'm from Cobolt Systems, and today I'll be talking about polarized sunglasses. We have various different shades and polarization. We have glasses that will go over the top of your current eyewear, as well.
Sorry, Karl just held up a pair of glasses to demonstrate those ones that do go over your glasses. Fantastic.
There we go. They will go over the top of your glasses like so. Very handy for myself, as well as standard wraparound glasses. Holding these up right now. These are the polarizations. These are the tint 65. So the difference between anti-glare and polarization, tint and polarization. Polarization actually pushes the glare away and out, whereas a tint will stop so much glare but not actually push it out. So very different from when you're out in the snow or water. Any lights that will come off into the glasses is pushed away by the polarization. Now, we have multiple shades of tint varying from light to dark. Now, most of them are done via percentages, and the lower percentage is the lower amount of light that is let in through the glasses. It ranges anywhere between from 10%, which is the lowest, and it goes up from there. But generally, you want a very nice dark tint and a very low percentage for the polarization. Now, these glasses are very good for anybody with eye issues in general. So if you have glaucoma, cataracts, anything along them lines, they will always, your doctor or your optician will always recommend a certain tint, and they are who you should go to get that specific tint. If you really wanted to trial and error, that is also a good way, because if you've got sunglasses and you're looking at a computer screen, there's no one tint for everybody. It's very much your own personal choice. Myself, when I have a computer screen, I use a green tint in the background just because I find it easier to see my writing or the writing on the screen. In terms of styles, the styles themselves are very much wraparound. So for glasses themselves, just imagine that you've got your glasses on and they will actually go over the top all the way around the sides, and they actually have lenses in the sides as well to stop any sort of reaction between your glasses lens and the sunglasses themselves. The standard sunglasses are very much, they're very close, that will stop light from being able to get in through any cracks. So when they're on, they are truly against the nose and very much against the eyebrows. Not in a tight way, just enough so it's touching. It's actually very, very soft rubber, especially for the two ones that I've got at the moment. They are very much soft around the ear. We do have another one that has a straightened earpiece that it is very nice. It's a bit more sporty, but if you're going for longevity or wearing them for a long time, I would definitely recommend the ones that actually wrap around the ear itself. Now, does anyone have any questions?
Oh, let me just check. Yes, Pauline.
Are all of those suitable for driving or not? I'm not just thinking about our, just in general.
Yes, yeah. They certainly are.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a good question, because general eye health, regardless of whether you have sight loss or not, is really important. We all know that 50% of sight loss is preventable. So looking after your eyes in any circumstance is vital.
Yeah, I'd be lost without my sunglasses while I'm driving, because the light really does get into my eyes and it makes it hard to see and it gives me a headache. So yeah, I'd be lost without my sunglasses in terms of driving.
So has anybody got any particular question?
Can I ask a question? It's Pam from
Yes,
Waltham as well.
Pam.
Yeah, so me and Pauline, we've just received a referral now for a 3-year-old who's wanting glasses with a tint to help because they struggle with the light sensitivity.
Yeah.
Do you do children's size?
From a 3-year-old perspective, I would say potentially not. We do have, excuse me, I'm just getting some paperwork. We do have some on the website that are children's glasses. We have a limited stock on them because they're now actually a discontinued item. So they would be the smallest ones that we do. I would recommend popping in and maybe checking them out. The actual sizes on them are 13 centimeters by 12.5 centimeters. So the 12.5 centimeters is across. So depending on the size of the child's head, potentially, but that is the smallest size that we do.
Would we be best just to ring you up if the child's there?
Of course, yeah. We offer what we could do is we would actually send them out, and if they didn't suit at all, then you could return them free of charge and get a full refund. That wouldn't be a problem.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
And sorry, it's Jenny here at Southport. I know certainly in the centres we've got the different frames and things, and I don't know how the other advisors such as Amanda, Pauline and Pam find these, but the size, it's a one size or limited on size, and I've only got a little head, so if I've tried them on for myself, they just fall off. And then if you're maybe a taller gentleman who's got a much broader face, and there's no kind of consistency there. So is there any options to look at different sizes for individuals to maintain the quality of what you've already got?
At the moment, we've actually only got 2 different sizes. It's very hard to get the multi-range of different sizes. We have been in contact with our supplier about getting some different sizes, and they're looking into it, but their sizes are pretty much what we already have on offer.
Yeah, because like Pam's got glasses on there, and I would say Pam is quite petite. So to then try and get overshields or ordinary wraparounds, they're not going to stay on, are they, Pam? And it's a problem that we have. Pam wasn't shaking her head there. She's agreed with me by nodding first of all, and then she's shaking her head saying, no, they're not staying on. For those that are not seeing.
That's a question, Pauline will agree, is we get, it's some of the our older clientele, they have very petite faces, and it is something that we can struggle with, getting smaller frames.
Okay. The 2 that I've got here.
With the wraparounds then.
Sorry, say that again.
Maybe better with the wraparounds then.
Wraparounds?
Yeah, the ones that.
Yeah.
Not the fit over the other ones.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, they do have the flexible sides, and my head in itself, I wouldn't say is too big. I mean, I'm quite a small gentleman. I'm only 5'5", and they fit quite snug on me, and they do have the ability to stretch out for a larger size. We do have 2 different sizes as standard. I don't know if you have both of the sizes there, or do you just have one size?
We will have both sizes, but like if you've just taken your ordinary glasses off to put those
Yeah.
wraparound ones on.
Yeah, they're the wraparounds. The ones that go over the glasses are these ones, and I actually they're designed for when I'm doing it right now. I actually, if you can see that on the inside there, oh, sorry, but this bit actually sort of clips onto the rim of the glasses in itself, and that's how they're sitting on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've actually bought a second pair for my father. I had an old pair of Cobolt amber ones. I can't remember the number, and I had them. And my dad came for a sit a few weeks ago. Despite the heat, he said he was freezing, but I gave him the sunglasses to the fit over ones to wear, and he loved them, and he's taken them off. And he's kind of not broken them. He's actually managed to unwittingly stand on them, then break anyway. They're very hard to break, so they're not broken, they've just got a tiny scratch on. So I actually last Friday ordered a new pair of the fit over ones for my father, but I actually ordered the wrap over because his sight condition, sometimes he wears glasses and sometimes he doesn't, so I thought I'd get him both. But I must admit, I've in the past worn fit over glasses for me because I have very bad sensitivity to light in bright sunshine. Sometimes I just can't see, my eyes go too sensitive. So I've worn fit overs for myself, and I find that even though I've lost my glasses, I've done that thing where I put them down, I don't know where they are, but what I find, even though I don't have a big pair of glasses, they're not Ronnie Barker size, let's put it that way, they're like a normal pair of glasses. What I like about the fit over is that they do rest on top of my glasses, so I always feel like they are quite secure. So even though they are bigger, I do feel that they are quite secure. They're not too big. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
that ledge
because of the ledge that's on there. Yeah, it does feel secure, obviously, because you've got your glasses on there and you know that that's tight to your face. So yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I would think, just thinking of that, or just watching that, it probably depends on the style of your glasses as well, won't it, as to how well some of these over sunglasses fit. Yeah,
correct. Yeah.
You know, never mind the side of your face. Never, you know, because all the glasses are different. Everybody's got different pair of glasses, haven't they? You know.
Yeah, it would be very difficult to have so many different pairs that would suit all different shapes and sizes. I think it is a work in progress. I recently did ask if there's any new products coming from Noir, and they've said not at the moment. They are in development, so fingers crossed at some point we will have a few more options.
Okay, so my next question would be then, how do they compare the wraparound glasses that you've got? How are they comparing light wise to, say, the ones that athletes wear for cyclists and things like that? Because having tried those on, I quite like them. I like the amount of light that they filter.
Yes,
in comparison.
That is the exact comparison. They are like for like between the sports ones that you see cyclists wear and what we have here. They have same polarization, and because they are wraparounds, they do completely take away any residual light that's going to creep in. The cyclists, obviously, when you've got the cyclist ones and the sports ones, it's become very much a niche thing. So these glasses have actually increased in price dramatically over the course of, say, the last 5 years, whereas we keep ours exactly where they need to be for the community, because of the popularity of cycling and how, well, I assume because more people are actually now into cycling and they're buying all the gear, that the prices have increased.
Yeah, and especially because for those ones, there are places out there where you can actually have your prescription put into them.
Yes.
You know, so again, that's an extremely niche market, but if it's the potential to look into then if they're just as good quality as what you're providing, if you're going to be needing that kind of light protection almost all the time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
As opposed to having 2 pairs of glasses on, because if you're anything like Amanda and I, the minute you put them down, you've lost them.
Yeah.
We need a string around our necks.
On her head. Pam's gone ahead.
I mean, for myself, I never take these off. And I've also got a pair of prescription sunglasses that I get from the opticians as well, so I can continue to drive in them.
Yeah.
So that my recommendation would be, if you do have a prescription as such like that, I would consider either overglasses for the very few times that you do use them, or if it's something that you're using all the time, then you might want to look into the prescription sunglasses. These are a very cost-effective way. I know that a lot of prescription glasses, mine included, that cost a lot of money. So if I could minimize that cost, I probably would. But for obviously a pair of reading glasses, or for the computer, I need to spend the money. So sometimes it is always good to spend the money and get the prescription if you're using them all the time.
Yeah, definitely. General opticians as well, there's something to be aware of, is they don't always make the tint dark enough, depend on who their supplier is. So it's an issue
I was
have
just thinking,
my
all
local.
the glasses would be all right if you're in a dangerous situation, like running or cycling. I know blind people might not be cycling, but running maybe. Because they're going to be it's going to be cheaper to replace them. You've got an extra layer before your glasses, rather than smash your prescription glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true.
Where I know you said that some opticians don't make the tint dark enough. I know for some of the people I've supported, they actually need quite a light tint, like either the pale yellow or the orange. So sometimes opticians won't always do it in the tint that you want. And I know I spoke to a lady not so long ago in Chorley, and she spends a fortune on getting her glasses tinted and varied focals and everything else. And I said, this is actually a cheaper way of doing it. Don't pay for the tint in your glass, buy your overshields, and then you've got the cheaper options. If you ever do break your glasses, at least you're not paying for the tint every time. This is a cheaper way. And if you find your condition does deteriorate or change, you can keep trying the different tints to find the one that you work with. So sometimes I think this is I'm a fan of overshields, because I think they are a cost-effective way of providing protection for your eyes when you're out and about, even though I do lose them.
It's very true. Some opticians are limited in the tints. I know that. I think the last time I got some, I was offered a choice of about 4 different tints. So, and for somebody who needs a specific tint, I mean, our range of tints is fairly good, and we can pretty much find the correct tint for near enough any issue.
Fabulous. Yes, Kay.
Just one point that I have found. I've used, until now, I used the overglasses with an orangey tint, and they were brilliant for everything except gardening. And I haven't got a very big head. And every time I have to get down close now with gardening to see what I'm doing, and they just fell off. So I've changed now to the wraparounds, but that was the only thing about the overglasses that was a downer.
Yeah, so they were overglasses, and they just fell off.
When you bend your head down, if you're kneeling down and bending over to see what a weed
is,
they just fell off. Yes.
Yeah, I think sometimes you've got to go, okay, if they don't feel secure, then I would suggest that not bending over and going down. Obviously, I'm going to speak to the manufacturers of our glasses to see whether there are more sizes again, because it's clear that the community would like it. So I will have a chat with them and see what I can do. I can make no promises, but I will definitely look into it.
There are some.
I wondered
Hang
is
on, Kay, go on.
Go on,
if they
Kay.
had a hole in at the end of the bit that goes behind your ear, they had a hole and devide some sort of elasticated thing that went between them, that would actually hold
Yeah.
them on when you bent forward.
Yeah, a band that can go around both the ears. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, very good idea.
Yeah, go on, Pauline.
Thank you. There is a smaller size because you sent us one to demo just recently in width. It is a narrower. I think not all the glasses, but the polarizing ones, I think over ones we do, because a lady came in just last week. So that's good because, you know, small heads, it is hard to get the good fit. The other question, sorry, can I go on to? I was just going to ask, the other thing is if someone's already got variofocals or reactor light, you know, or a tint in their glasses, wearing the other ones on top, there's no problem there then?
Well, obviously, if they've got the reactive ones, the reactive tint, that could cause a slight issue because then it would be a double tint. The glasses and the polarization won't affect the prescription.
No.
But if you're getting the reactive tint and it is still reacting, now I haven't got them. I've never seen it happen. I don't know if it does, but if it did, that would then be a double tint, which might cause a bit of impairment.
Because I just depending on how much light was blocked by the, you know, the outer.
Yeah, it depends how sensitive the reactive lenses are in the first place. I mean, if you've got a very good or low percentage of letting the light in, then the prescription glasses probably won't react. I remember they've gotten better over the years. For an example, my mother used to have some when I was younger, and she could be in a darkened room and like a little bit of light would come through the window, and then all of a sudden she couldn't see anything at all because that had reacted and the tint had gone on. But from my understanding, they've gotten a lot better over the years. So I would suggest that they would be fine, but there is always a chance that if that light does hit it, they will react and tint.
Can I just say something on that? I've got very, very sensitive reactor light varifocals. I got them in January this year. I went to a different place and paid a ridiculous amount of money for them because they were sold to me that they are the most reactive. They are too reactive, actually. They are too reactive compared to what I was used to. With my fit over glasses, I went for the non-polarizing fit over glasses because I was advised by a low vision advisor some years ago that if you have two polarizing type glasses, you can get a blind spot. So as a result, I never buy polarizing eyewear. I always buy UV shields that aren't polarizing. Does that make sense? Because I know, Cobolt, you do polarizing ones and non-polarizing.
Yeah, we've got the anti-glare and the polarizing ones.
Yeah, so I've always bought for myself the anti-glare non-polarizing, and it was also advised to me that if you do drive, you're better off not having a polarized one. And I must admit, having been out in polarized ones and non-polarized, I've never had the issue, but I do follow that advice, so I don't have any blind spots, you know, like a black spot where the light could hit it, just on the off chance it might do it, because when I do use my over shields, I do tend to wear them a lot when it's sunny.
Yeah.
Can I just mention one thing as well to go back to Kay's query? I don't know if any of you use Amazon, and I'm sure there are other outlets, so I will say that. So maybe this is something that Cobolt could stock. You can buy these things which are called retaining straps. So they're like rubberized ends that you fit onto the ends of your glasses, and they have an elasticated strap at the back. Now Amazon sells them. I see one here, it's about £3.99, and it's in a bright vivid red scarlet colour, if you want to be spotted while you're out and about. I don't know if there are other colours, and there would be other outlets, but maybe Cobolt could sell that as an accessory. It's just literally a rubberized holder that you pop onto the ends of your glasses, and then you've got the rubber bands. You literally fit over the glasses and they'll stay on.
Yeah.
So you can buy things to complement your existing pair of glasses.
We will definitely
Michael,
look into that.
Fabulous, thank you. Michael, have you got any questions?
No, thanks.
Okay, thank you. And Maureen? Just shake your head if not.
Right.
Yeah, your volume's on now. No, you're good. Key? Oh, Key's gone. Key, can you hear us? No, he's still there. Okay, thanks for that then, Karl. If there's no other issues with regards to, or any more questions with regards to the overshields and the different kinds of polarization and non-polarization glasses, if we could move on to the phone now, that would be great.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Fabulous, thank you.
If you just wait one moment, I just need to grab it quickly.
Fantastic.
Maybe we should stock some of these glasses things in a bright Galloway's orange. Maybe we should put that forward. Big Galloways at the back when we're out and about.
Right, okay. So just bear with me a moment. I've just got to get it set up. Volume 8. Okay, so what we have here is the Blind Shell Classic, fully functioning, fully talking mobile phone. Now, what makes this unique is it actually has a keypad. I know a lot of talking phones now have gone to just the screen itself, touch screen, and for people who are visually impaired or blind, they really do enjoy having the keypad itself, just to be able to feel where everything is, learn the buttons. What makes this unique is it will talk to you every function, and you can talk to it and ask it to go to the settings or call somebody, go to the internet radio. It's very, very easy to function.
Call 1 of 9.
You have 9 settings. Now, for those of you that just want a phone to be able to have a call and send a simple text message, you can actually change the settings on this and put it into simplified mode. It will take away all the bells and whistles, and it just does calls and text. But for everybody else that would like an internet radio or to send emails, text messages, they've got a thing that is similar to WhatsApp on there. It's not quite WhatsApp, but it is a messenger system that uses internet data or 4G data rather than just using a top-up.
Settings 5 messages.
Very easy to be able to add in
dial contact, dial number 2
all
of 5.
contacts and numbers. I don't know if you can hear the phone talking. It normally talks above me.
Call
very similar to my wife.
Contact or application tools 1 of 7.
You have many
Alarm,
tools.
1 of 10. Minute timer stopwatch 3 of 10. Calendar notes 5 of 10. 9:18 notes
It
tools.
also has
Internet media 4 of 6. Music
all the
player
media,
1
so
of
you've
6.
got a music player, internet
YouTube,
radio.
3 of
You can
6.
go onto YouTube,
FM radio camera
the
5
standard
of 6.
FM radio.
Images 6. Media books 5. Games 6 of 7.
It has a few
Memory
games, the
game,
memory
1 of
game,
Hangman 2.
Hangman,
Mau Mau 3 of 4.
Mau Mau,
Dice roller 4 of 4.
and Dice Roller.
Aids, vision aids 7 of 7.
Also has a few vision
Color
aids on there.
indicator 1
It's
of
got a
4.
color indicator.
Localization 2 of 4.
Localization, so you can always know where you are. It'll give you latitude and longitude of where you are.
Object tagging 3 of 4.
The ability to tag objects.
Flashlight 4 of vision aids 7 of 7. Color in flashlight 4 of 4. Vision
the
aids
flashlight.
7 of 7.
Now,
Can I ask? Can I ask Carl what you're pressing? Are you pressing a function key or
Now,
is it the same one you're
It's-
pressing each time?
yes, you have on the phone itself, you have volume up and volume down to the left and the
Yeah.
right of the phone. And then there is a keypad in the center.
Right.
But that is the one that you'd use the most. So that's what you'd select from left
That's
and right
square in the middle.
on there.
Right.
And then you'd press the center. Sorry,
To
the camera's
select.
very good. Yeah,
Oh, so left and right moves it on. And then when you
Correct.
get to the one you want, you press it in.
that's it.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
More applications,
also-
4 of 9.
every time it says, so more applications, 4 of 9, you can actually use the keypad numbers to get to that specific option. So if you memorize all 1 to 9, you won't need to use the arrow keys to select.
1 of 9.
You can just,
More applications, 4 of 9.
more applications is 4 of 9.
1 of 9.
So then you just press
More applications,
number 4
4 of 9.
and it will go straight to more applications.
Tools,
And
1
then
of
you can
7.
go into there and again select your desired route. So it is very much, if you've got a good memory, you can actually memorize your functions and use the keypad itself to just choose where you want to go. So you're not constantly sitting there and going through every single setting.
Okay, fab. Thanks, Pam. Go on.
Yeah, I'm looking at in your booklet at the same time and reading up at the same time as you're talking. You said that it's got colour function as well. Did you say? Did you, you said
Yeah.
object tagging. You've got object tagging using labels. What do you mean by that? Sorry.
You can, it basically, it uses the camera, you can take a picture of it and then tag exactly what that is.
So is that similar to a pen friend?
Similar, yes.
Yeah.
Same with the colour as well.
The color detector, yeah, it's a color detector. You use it via the camera, point it at what you need to, press the button, and it will say black, red, or whatever color you're aiming at.
So that's like pen friend and the colour thing, both all in one in the phone,
Yeah.
then, isn't it?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, fabulous.
Okay.
His microphone's not working, so he's messaged me asking how much is the phone.
It is £299.
And that's SIM free. You can put your own SIM card in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely SIM free. We have Vodafone SIM cards here if somebody would like a Vodafone SIM card, but obviously it is open for all SIMs and you can put whichever one you want in.
Fantastic.
It was just about the difference between the anti-glare and the polarization, sorry, on the glasses.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm sure, I mean, like all of us, it's ultralight sensitivity at the moment. So, and I wear Polaroid. So am I better to look for anti-glare?
No, polarized is the one that will completely push back glare.
Right, okay. Even for things like television?
Yeah, it should do. Anything that reflects the light into the glasses, it will definitely push that back.
And can you tell from a pair of glasses sort of how much, what percentage they are? Should it have it on it somewhere?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Sorry, you were saying about the lower percentage is what we're after.
Yeah.
Because that's the amount of light. Do glasses normally have it written on them somewhere? These were from Boots.
Right, okay. These glasses, we don't have it written on there. It's actually in the catalogue itself.
Right. Okay.
So with Boots, I would ask them the question. They should have the answer.
Right, okay, thanks very much. That's grand.
No problem.
So with regards to the phone, then what size is the screen for those people that have got enough useful vision to be able to see that?
Okay, that would be a 4-inch screen.
So it's a pretty good size screen there as well, guys. It's nice and light as well, that phone, so it will, fit in your pocket. It's a good size for fitting in your trousers or jeans pocket as well, should need be, especially now when you don't want to be having coats and jackets and all kinds of things on.
Yes.
Is there a dot on the number 5? for helping you navigate the keypad?
There isn't, but you can get the tactile buttons to stick on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask Jenny? It's Pauline. Is it like
Yeah.
with an iPad where you can say send an email to Jenny, and then it'll repeat, you know, send an email to, and Jenny's in my contact list. Is it as straightforward as that, or send a text to Jenny, tell her I'll be late?
They're working on it. Because Blind Shell, they're not Apple or Samsung, so they haven't got endless resources on that. They're a very small team who are building up as they go. The voice functions will get you to the email, and you will then go into that and still be able to talk through the various stages. But yeah, you can't just go like you would with Amazon or
One
Apple
feature.
phone. Yeah, send this email to Jenny and it's going to do it all for you. You would have to put in a bit more effort, but I'm sure they're working on it, and eventually they'll get there.
But you can still do it through a series of steps.
Yes,
just
for a
by
series
voice.
of steps with the voice
That's what I meant,
activation.
really.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can,
yeah.
you can do that.
That's great. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, so it's got like voice assist to get you to your main functionality, and then within that you would then need to, is it predictive text or is it the 1 to 0 key in, so you have to press number 2 3 times to get the letter C?
Yeah, correct. The second one.
Texting. Yeah.
But you can use the voice function, and I've never really had a problem. It's only ever missed a couple of words or misheard a couple of words. So it's actually a very good system, and you can say an entire text message and that will fill in and then repeat to you, which is a bonus. And then you can then send it.
Yeah. Okay, Pam, what was your question?
It says, I'm reading the brochure, SOS emergency button. Whereabouts that on the phone?
It's on the back.
And
so
is that
as you would hold the phone, it is the finger next to your thumb. It's that button. You just, away you go, hold that down, and as long as you've got the number saved in the SOS slot, that will then call that person immediately.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique functionality on that phone as well. Not many other devices have that capability to do it so quickly. I think from that point of view, Andrew has covered this phone in a lot more depth. If you needed to know more information, or you could ring the team here at Cobolt, and they'll give you a more in-depth talk through on it, and more information should it be a product that you're wishing to think about. And I think if that case, then if there's no more questions, because we're just gone quarter two, if we do a quick run through on the watches, and we've already been asked if we can have the colour of the faces described and what options are available within the watch or on the watch, please,
Right.
if that's okay.
Yep, no problem at all.
Thank you.
I'll go from my catalogue as well here. Now, in terms of the functionality of our watches, we have basically 3 different types of functionality. We have the standard one that will just give you the time. Another one that will have time, date, and calendar. And then we have a radio controlled watch that it's radio controlled. So that means that it will auto correct itself when daylight savings time comes on. Whereas the other watches, they are a manual reset. But in terms of styles, we have pretty much any style that you would like. If you want a traditional Rolex type watch, so a gold Rolex, we have that. We have different clock faces in itself. We have gold clock faces, silver clock faces. The handles can be black or white. We have a blue face watch as well, which is very nice. That is a very nice talking wristwatch that can be done in either a strap or a bracelet. I believe all of our watches in all the ranges can be done with either a expandable bracelet or a strap, so whichever you feel comfortable with. Now, with the functionality of the watches, you will either have 2 buttons on there, 1 button or 4 buttons. The top right hand button will be the button that always allows the time to be spoken on all of our watches. Now, if you want the time and the date, which a lot of people do, we have watches that can do that. If you want time, date, and the calendar and alarms, we have watches that can do that. It all depends on if you want simplicity or whether you want to go a bit further into it and have a few more functions. Now, to go through in the next 10 minutes in every single watch that we have would be near impossible. But to put it simply, whatever face you want, shape you want, different type of strap or color, we have them in abundance. So I would suggest it's very much a bespoke situation for people when it comes to watches. They either want everything or keep it very, very simple. So that's sort of what we've done with our range of watches. You've got simple to all singing and dancing. It just depends on personal preference.
Can I ask a question? Is that all right, Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Sorry, I'd muted myself. Go for it.
You did? Yeah. I mean, we recommend Cobolt watches all the time because you'll always put the time right for people. So when they get them, they're just ready with the correct time and things on.
Yep.
And any problems, you're always just really good at sorting them out. Am I correct in thinking if the batteries go, you charge £8?
That is correct. Yeah, £8.
Yeah, which I think again that is a really reasonable,
Yeah,
and
it comes back to us, and generally you'd be without a watch for probably 3 days. When they come in, the watch gets changed, the battery gets changed straight away, and it's straight back out the door same day, near enough every time.
Yeah, I think it's great. And also, I think
she stole my question.
Well, I'm thinking, is this a Galloway's questions, aren't they? You see, so, and I think the other thing is, if people aren't happy with it, they can always send it back, can't they? And you'll try and sort it out.
Yeah, 100%. If it arrives and it turns out that is not what you were looking for, you can send that back for a full refund, no questions asked.
I think that's why it's good for also to have demos, because some people don't like the sound of certain ones.
Yeah.
The voices are slightly different on different watches, aren't they?
To apologize, something that I should have actually mentioned. There are 2 different male and female voices, and some watches will have different voices to others. So again, personal preference. Yeah.
So if you've got any demos that you would like to send our way to help you, then
you can always, we can, but you can always call in the office. Everyone's always welcome to call in the office, and whoever answers the phone will actually go get the watch, bring it to the phone and play the voiceover. They will go above and beyond.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
They'll go above and beyond for everybody to make sure that people get what they want.
So this is mine, guys.
It is 2:52 p.m.
So that's the one on the strap and key. It has got a large print face on it. And then the gents watch, just for a change, I've broken yet another strap. So they are slightly different voices depending on the style of watch that you get as well. They look very similar on the back, but they're not. They are slightly different. So the silver one is a bigger watch face. But yeah, I've managed to snap the bracelet all together. So it is coming back to you guys to say, can I have a new strap?
We'll get that sorted.
And I have to say, when I bought this watch first time round, I had umpteen problems with it. I was straight on the phone saying, please, can you help? Yeah, send it back. And I had it back within 3 days. I was like, that's amazing. you know, so talking from personal experience, having used the service provided by Cobolt, I couldn't recommend it highly enough, which is good. And if you do need that larger print watch face, if you've not got a tiny wrist, go for the gents one. I don't know how well you can see that on there, guys. I've held my watch up for you to have a look.
We actually have, I believe it's the
It's quite
W6.
a large face. I don't like my watches to stick to my wrist. Yes, think along those lines. Normally, when you get your watch, it's quite secure to your wrist, and I don't like that. I like mine a little bit looser, which is why I've chosen to go for the gents watch. But they do that in a ladies version too. So
Yes,
again, the watch face is really
most
is a
of
little
our
bit
range
smaller.
comes with both male and female sizes. So I believe it's around about 90% of our range actually comes in both sizes.
Yeah. Yeah, and the quality of the face is really good. There's no glare on there. Even in the brightest of daylights, the quality of the text, if you like, on the numbers and then the number indicators is really, really clear. It looks like it's been freshly printed on. It's great. I've had this watch for 2 years now, so I'm surprised it's taken me this long to break it. But yeah, always a good recommendation.
Thank you.
Questions on the watches, guys? Right then, well, I'm going to say, Karl, thank you very much. It's been very informative this afternoon. Thank you very much for giving us your time.
You're welcome.
And I'm quite sure these guys will spread the word amongst the Galloway's community, as well as do us as staff. And hopefully we'll be getting more people to come and have a chat with you, for you to be able to provide the support that they need with whatever it is they're after.
Yeah,